Hello, I'm going to show you how to build your zone. So first thing you want to do is find an area in Survivalcraft that you want to build your zone for your classroom. You're going to go to your teacher tools, um, and this is how we're going to fill in our zone quickly and build straight lines. When enabled, you're going to be able to place 2 blocks in opposite corners to completely fill the defined area with that block. Hold nothing in your hands and right-click the corners to clear an area. The fill is what we're going to use. The clear is when you're digging and you want to flatten something pretty easily. Then you do the same thing like we're filling, and it'll flatten your whole world. But we want to fill, so we're going to click on the fill tool. So we'll close out of here. I'm going to go into my supplies, and in the search items, type in border blocks. And this block is what you really want to use when creating your zone for your classroom. If you can see down in the number 3 block again, use the numbers to put it in your hand. But this block, when placed in the world, this will allow your students to stay in their zone and other classrooms not come into your classroom and destroy your students' work. So it's really important to stay in a straight line. So I'm going to go around here, and I'm going to make a really small zone, but for your class you can make a large zone as you want. So I'm going to click here, and then what you see right here, it just made a huge long line. That way you don't have to do it one at a time. So I'm going to go back over and make another one here. And I made another border block. You're going to keep making your zone, and then it's a little hard to do in a jungle, but come back over here. As you can see, it's a little difficult to fly. So I'll make another one here. So what you see is I have a half of a border block, but you can kind of get the idea of making it into a square, and then in that square right in here, this is where your students will be able to build. So for Survivalcraft, I mean, if I only had students maybe 1 or 2, this would be a good zone to create. But if you have more than 1 or 2 students, which you do, you want to make your zone pretty big. So if we wanted to go over into another area that is flat, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll go over here, and again, this is going to be a small zone, but I'm going to place down my border blocks from each corner, and it'll build a line. It's pretty easy to make your border that way then. This way you don't have to do it one at a time. I'm just going to use one at a time. And now you'll see is I have a border. So inside this box, your students will be able to build inside your border. So you can make it as tall as you want. And when you're a student, when they're teleported, so you're going to put your teleport block in the box. And when your students are teleported into this box, they cannot go over this border block. And students from other classrooms will not be able to come over into your classroom zone as well, or over these border blocks. So only teachers can fly over the border blocks, but students cannot. If you have any questions after completing the challenge, please make sure to write them in the Google community, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.